Welcome to online English class. This is level 1 and week 2, lesson number 4. Today we're going to review unit 6, unit 5, and unit 3 in part 2. You're probably watching this video between April 15th and April 26th. This video was filmed on April 14th. Okay, let's go to page 82 in the student book. On 82, I want you to do, hello? Okay, on page 82, I want you to listen to the story and answer the 5 questions right here. But right now, we're going to do the grammar part at the bottom. Okay, so here we have a story, and we have to fill in the blank. At these blanks here, we have a choice between this word or this word. Choose the correct word. So Kate is very busy. She's a wife, a mother, and a volunteer at the library. In the morning, she, okay? He, she, it, has or have. She has breakfast with her husband. Number 3, there's a time word before 8:30. 8:30 is a time, an hour, so we use at. At 8:30, she take or takes. Again, we're talking about she. So because it's she, we add s to the end. So we say takes. Excuse me. She takes the children to school. Her house is blank, 10th and Pine. Is it on or on the corner of 10th and Pine? Because I see and, I know that this is 2 different streets. Because it's 2 different streets, we say on the corner of 10th and Pine. It should say street. The school is blank, the post office. Is it across from or between? Well, between means that we need 2 things, but the post office is only 1. Okay? So let me say that again. We're choosing across from because between, you need 2 things in between. But here, it just says the post office. Because there's only 1 thing, you cannot be between 1 thing. You need to be between the post office and the park. Okay, when we say between, we need 2 things. But here, we only have 1 building, 1 location, so it cannot be between. It has to be across from. The school is across from the post office. Kate volunteers the library. Does she volunteer on or at the library? She volunteers at the library. We use at for location. Kate volunteers at the library. Blank 12 blank 2. This is a time and this is a time. So we have 2 different times, 12 and 2. The word from goes first, and then the word to goes after. She volunteers at the library from 12 to 2. At 3:30, she get or gets. Well, because it's she, we add s at the end, so we say gets. She gets her children from school. The family. This one is tricky. The family is it. The family is it. He, she, it. So the family is it. So we write an s at the end. So we say the family eats. The family eats dinner at 6. I know the family is a lot of people, so you think we say they, but the family is it. So because it's it, we write eats. The family eats dinner at 6. Blank, the evening. The evening is a part of the day, so we use in. In the evening, they watch or watches TV. It's they, so we use watch. Remember, I, you, we, they watch. He, she, it watches. All right, and then I want you to answer the questions down here. Okay, let's go to page 83. Page 83 in the student book. We're going to practice intonation. So we're going to practice asking questions, and then if our voice goes up or if it goes down. So it is pretty simple. There are questions that there are W questions. So who, what, where, when, and why. The 5 W's, okay? So we have no paper. Okay. The 5 W's. The 5 W's are who, what, where, when, and why are the 5 W questions. So with these questions, your voice goes down. Okay? So if we ask, where is the bank? On the word bank, your voice goes down. Where is the bank? When is your class? Your voice, when you're asking the question, it goes down. Now, any question where the answer is yes or no. Yes or no. So if the question is the bank on Broadway? Is the bank on Broadway? Your voice goes up. Is the bank on Broadway? Is your class in the morning? So the questions that are yes or no are, is he, are you, does he, do you, can you? These are all yes or no questions. Is he? Are you? Does he? Do you? Can you? Your voice goes up. But if we ask questions with the 5 W's, your voice goes down. Who are you talking to? What are you doing? Where are you? When do you sleep? Why are you learning English? Why are you learning English? So this is how your voice goes when you're asking questions. If it's yes or no, your voice goes up. If it's the 5 W's here, your voice goes down. Okay, now let's get some practice in Unit 5 again. I want to practice a little bit more. So let's practice the words that describe location. Like when we talk about the milk is on the shelf, the milk is between the apples and the oranges. Now we're talking about buildings, locations. We're going to review on, next to, across from, between, and on the corner of. So if something is on something, we say it's on the street. So this is Stone Avenue, and the bank, let's say this is the bank, is on Stone Avenue. This is the bank here, and this is the park. It's next to, the bank is next to the park. And here we have across from. Across from means it is in front of. So the bank is in front of the library. But in front of, but there's a store, and there's a street in the middle. It's across from. Between. Between means in the middle of. To be between something, you need something on the left and on the right. You need two things to be between. So the bank is between the park and the school. On the corner of. This is a little different from just on, because when something is on the street, it's only on one street. This is on the corner because it's on two streets. This is the corner right here. So the bank is on the corner of Bridge Avenue and Water Street. So let's look at this picture. On this picture, we have two streets. One street is called First Street, and this street is called Grant Avenue. On this side of the street, we have four buildings. We have the hospital, the library, the post office, and the museum. On this side, we have the school, the bank, and the park. So now I want you to show me where is the corner of First Street and Grant Avenue. There's two corners of First Street and Grant Avenue. This is the corner where this person is standing. This is the corner of First Street and Grant Avenue. This is also the other corner of First Street and Grant Avenue. This is also a corner down here, but we don't know the name of this street, so we can just say on Grant Avenue. So the hospital is on the corner of First Street and Grant Avenue. The hospital is also on First Street, and the hospital is on Grant Avenue. So now tell me, what is between the school and the park? What is between the school and the park? The bank is between the school and the park. What is between the museum and the library? What is between the museum and the library? The post office is between the museum and the library. Now, let's do across from. When we're talking about across from, it can be like this, or it can be like this. But across from, there needs to be something in the middle. So, in the middle of everything is Grant Avenue. So, if I'm at the post office, I am across from the park, and I am across from the bank. If I'm at the school, I'm across from the hospital. I'm in front of the hospital. I'm across from the museum, but I am not in front of the museum. I am in front of the hospital. If I'm standing at the post office, I'm in front of the park. I'm across from the park too. And I'm across from the school, but I'm not in front of the school. I'm in front of the park. Okay, so let's look at this map. On this map, we have Silver Avenue, Lakeview Boulevard, Oak Street, and Country Lane. One way means cars can only go one way. The arrow is pointing this way, so cars can only go this way. They cannot go this way because it's one way, so cars go this way. All the other roads, the cars can go this way and this way, it's okay. But on Oak Street is one way. Cars can only go this way. So, on Silver Street, we have the shoe store, the bank, and the school. How would you describe the location of the school? Well, I would say the school is on the corner of Lakeview Boulevard and Silver Avenue. The shoe store is on Silver Avenue. The bank is between the shoe store and the school. How would you describe the location of the gas station? The gas station is on Lakeview Boulevard and Oak Street. The gas station is on the corner of Lakeview Boulevard and Oak Street. Where is the ice cream store? The ice cream store is on the corner of Oak Street and Country Lane. the doctor's office in the park. The doctor's office is across from the park. The doctor's office is in front of the park. The bus stop and the shoe store. The bus stop is across from the shoe store. Okay. So now, I am at John's house. I'm starting at John's house, and I want to go to Anne's house. I'm at John's house, and I want to go to Anne's house. Tell me the directions to go from here to here. Okay, so I'm at John's house. I'm facing this way. So go straight past Lakeview Boulevard. Go straight. We're going straight here because Oak Street is one way. You can only go this way. So go straight past Lakeview Boulevard, and on Country Lane, turn left. On Country Lane, turn left. And then turn right onto Anne's house. So, we have, let me use a marker. We have go straight on Lakeview Boulevard. This is the short way to write boulevard, B-L-V-D. So go straight on Lakeview Boulevard. And then turn left on Silver Avenue. Finally, turn right at Anne's house. We say at Anne's house because it's one location. It is one place here. But we say on for roads because they are long and you could be anywhere here. But we say at if there is one location right here. I am at the park. But all of this is a long road, so we just say on. Okay? So now, let's start here. Let's start here. And let's go here. I want you to tell me how to get from here to here. I can stop the video for you, or you can stop the video. Okay, so we are here. Let's go and turn right on Country Lane. And then we turn left on Oak Street. And then we turn right on Lakeview Boulevard. Or we can just go here, go straight, and then turn right on Lakeview Boulevard. But Lakeview Boulevard is really long. So how do we know when to stop? Okay, so let's go this way. We go straight, and then we turn right on Lakeview Boulevard. We go past the police station, which means we do not stop. We go past. We go past the gas station. We go past the restaurant. And we are at Alex's house, and we stop. We stop at Alex's house. So we are here, go straight, turn right on Lakeview Boulevard, go past the restaurant, and stop at Alex's house. And now we are going to review Unit 3, the family. So this is the family tree. We have this from Unit 3. So this is the top half of the paper. This is the ancestors. These are the people who are older than you. So this is me here. I have a sister or I have a brother. My brother or my sister is my sibling. My sibling is my brother or my sister. This is my generation. My generation is my cousin, me, and my siblings. This is my parents' generation. On my parents' generation, it's my mother, my father, and my uncle and aunt. This is my parents' generation. This is my grandparents' generation and my great-parents' generation. Every generation is divided by this line. This line down the middle is the line between my mother's side of the family and my father's side of the family. On my mother's side of the family, everyone is related to my mother. On my father's side of the family, everyone is related to my father. So this aunt here is my mother's sister. This aunt over here is my father's sister. This aunt is on my father's side, and this aunt is on my mother's side. So, in English, when we say my grandmother, we can mean on my mother's side or on my father's side. So that's why we say my grandmother on my mother's side and my grandmother on my father's side. So that way we know which grandmother we're talking about. And this is the bottom of the paper. This is the descendants. These are the people younger than you. So we have my generation, which is me and my siblings. My children's generation is my children, my son, my daughter, my niece, my nephew. Okay, so this is me. If I have a sibling, and my sibling has two children, a boy and a girl. The boy is a nephew, and the girl is a niece. Boy, girl, nephew, niece. They're not my children. They're the children of my sister or my brother. Okay, so this line is if I get married. If I get married, then this is my spouse. My spouse is my wife or my husband. When I marry my wife or my husband, I marry my family in-law, my in-laws. My in-laws are the family of my spouse. So my spouse's mother is my mother-in-law. My spouse's father is my father-in-law. Same thing with sister-in-law and brother-in-law. These are my descendants here, under here. These are my descendants, the people who are younger than me, my family. The people who are older than me are my ancestors. And together, everyone is my relative. So let me write that for you. Ancestor. Ancestor is to ascend. They are the people who are older than you. Descendant. Descendant. People who are younger than you. And then the word for ancestor and relative is ancestor and descendant is relative. A relative is a person in your family. So a relative is an ancestor or a descendant.